Alright, so I just want to let y'all know that I will be doing a live commentary stream for the big fight this weekend. Remember, there will be no footage, it will just be me commentating over the fight and telling you guys what I see. So if you guys want to see that live stream, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and hitting that notification bell so you get notified when I go live. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Alright, so it's fight week and we got arguably the biggest fight of the year coming up, when the Truth, Errol Spence Jr. takes on 54 Milagros, Yordenis Ugas. This belt will be a unification belt in the welterweight division. In this video, I'm going to give y'all my thoughts, preview, prediction on how the fight will go, and what I expect to see from both fighters. So, without further ado, let's get into it. What's up guys, KT here, back at it with another video. Today, we're talking boxing. Errol Spence Jr. will be making his return to the ring against Yordenis Ugas. This has actually been one of my coveted fights of the year. Obviously, Errol Spence Jr. 27-0 with no losses, no draws. 21 big wins by way of knockout. He's making his return to the ring. He holds both the WBC and the IBF welterweight championships of the world. You know, he decided to take this fight coming off a detached retina injury and then, you know, coming off a car accident. You know, the thing with Errol, what I like about Errol is that he's unafraid. He's not going to take no tune-up fights. But Yordenis Ugas is the same thing. 27 wins, 4 losses, no draws. He has 12 big wins by way of knockout. Yordenis Ugas is no pushover. Same dude that beat Manny Pacquiao on a torn bicep, mind you. So I expect Yordenis Ugas to bring some live competition. Now, for Errol, his last fight was against Danny Garcia. In a fight, he looked pretty good. He dominated the entire fight. He looked like good old Errol Spence. I am a bit worried about his conditioning. He did struggle with his conditioning as the fight went on. He seemed to get tired a little bit quicker, but it's been 2 years since that fight, and he actually has a nutritionist now, so I don't expect him to have those issues. Now, what do I expect to see from Errol Spence, and what do I think he should do to be able to, you know, have an easy time with Yordenis Ugas? Well, if you watch Errol Spence, you know he has a cold, calculating, brutal style, and a very unique style. You see, the thing about Errol being arguably one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, he can do both. He can box, he can fight on the inside, and he has good footwork. With Yordenis Ugas, you know Yordenis Ugas is going to take the challenge. That's without question. Errol Spence is going to try and knock out Yordenis Ugas. He is going to try to back down Yordenis Ugas, as he usually does. Errol is a bruising fighter. He's going to try to back Yordenis Ugas into a corner, onto the ropes, unleash brutal body shots, which is his key to victory, and use a piston-like jab to keep Yordenis Ugas at bay. So, if Errol does that, you know, with calculated aggression, he should have an easy time. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is that a couple months ago, Terrence Crawford stopped Shawn Porter, a former Errol Spence opponent, and nobody knocks out or stops Shawn Porter. So, Errol Spence, his face to me when he left that fight kind of told me that he felt a little bit shown up. I don't want to see him come out and go recklessly for the knockout. You know, that's an easy way to get yourself knocked out or lose the fight against Yordenis Ugas. Now, for Ugas, his keys are about the same. His last fight was against Manny Pacquiao, but Yordenis Ugas also has a very unique style. He's different from traditional Cuban fighters. You know, when you look at Cuban fighters, they usually use a slip jab. They're almost always southpaw. They don't throw a lot of punches. They're not really aggressive, but they have great boxing skill and footwork. But with Yordenis Ugas, you see, in the Manny Pacquiao fight, he could do both. In the Manny Pacquiao fight, he boxed from the outside using a piston-like jab, using footwork, controlling distance against Manny Pacquiao and catching Manny Pacquiao while he was coming in. In the fight against Shawn Porter, and again, another former Errol Spence opponent that Yordenis Ugas fought, he fought Shawn Porter's fight and fought on the inside. So he has a very unique style in which he can fight on both on the inside and the outside, just like Errol. I expect Yordenis Ugas, this is his key. You know Yordenis Ugas is a fearless fighter. You know he's going to come out with aggression. You know he's going to take the challenge. He's going to want to throw down with Errol Spence. He's going to want to go to the body just like Errol Spence. He's going to want to fight on the inside. He's going to want to control the ring as much as possible. I think Errol is the naturally bigger guy, stronger guy. I think Ugas is the taller fighter with a little bit more reach, but you know, that really doesn't matter in terms of the fighter ability. To me, this fight just spells one thing. This fight will be about the battle of attrition. It's not about the fighter ability. We know Yordenis Ugas has great ability. We know Errol Spence is probably one of the best pound for pound fighters in the world. But ultimately, this fight is going to come down to who wants it more, who has more dog in them, and who wants to be the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. Now, with all that being said, personally for me, I think Errol Spence is going to win this fight by knockout in the 8th round. Why? Because, like I said, he feels a little bit shown up by how Terrence Crawford stopped Shawn Porter. Personally, I think he if you've seen the pictures of Errol Spence, I'll show them on the screen now. This dude is taking this fight seriously. He looks like he's taking everything seriously. He's been in the gym. Dude looks like a mountain. So, personally, I expect him to, break Ugas down, go to the body, and I expect Ugas to put up a good fight. Don't get me wrong. I expect him to be a live underdog, but I just think Errol will outdog him and knock him out in the 8th round. Closing thoughts on this. Whoever wins this fight is win or lose, whoever wins this fight has a good situation they're going into. From what I'm hearing, there's rumors going around that Terrence Crawford will sign a 2-fight deal with the PBC, which will start with Danny Garcia and possibly end up in fighting either the winner of Errol Spence or Yordenis Ugas for undisputed. So the winner of this fight has a lot at stake. I'm looking forward to it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Who do you guys think is going to win and how? Explain it to me in the comment section. That's all I got for you guys today. Please consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell so you get notified every time I drop one of these videos. Make sure you like the video and share it as it helps the channel grow. And I'm out. Peace.